Hey guys, welcome back to the Rift Initiative. Today we're going to be talking about navigating and repurposing fear. So, I'm sure you're all aware of what fear is, and navigating it can be something that's pretty complicated, something that people don't really address and are obviously afraid of. I know, I'm funny. So, fear is a normal emotion. You know, it's triggered by every single human on the planet. If you don't have fear and you say you do, you're lying, because everyone does. The whole idea is that it arises when you are at a point of vulnerability, when you feel like you're in danger. It's essentially there to protect you from, harm. And for a lot of people, it can be debilitating. It can be something that's so difficult to overcome that it makes you behave a certain way, makes you, live a lifestyle that doesn't really suit who you want to be. Fear is so dangerous that it can translate to other emotions that cause even bigger conflict in larger scales, right? It's not fun, moral of the story. So, how can you navigate it and how do you repurpose it? So, start off, when you are dealing with something that you're afraid of, it's important to identify what exactly you're afraid of first, right? Is it heights? Is it, spiders? Is it bats? Is it paper cuts? Right? There's a lot of different people who have a lot of different fears. But the main point is to understand what you're afraid of and how it affects you, what it makes you do, why you're afraid of it, and what makes you feel that kind of anxiousness. I could start, for me, I'm kind of I have a little bit of a fear of heights. And the whole idea of, being somewhere where I can't, touch the ground, I don't have really any control, it terrifies me. Even if I'm on a mountain and I'm holding on to things, the fact that I could fall to my death at any point in time terrifies me. And I think it's just because of the scale of things. It kind of puts into perspective how fragile I am, and two, it also kind of brings up the idea that I'm just a person. I'm just an ordinary person. I can die at any point. And that's terrifying, right? And I think that the way I kind of identified it, the way I went about it, was kind of learning more about myself, why I feel that way. And it's because I've learned that I value my life so much, that I have so much in my life. I have so many good things going for me. Thank God, right? I got a good family. I got all this stuff going for me. And I'm sure a lot of you are like that too. And I'm sure a lot of you also have a lot of bad things going on. And, so do I. But the point is that we can be afraid of a lot of things. We can be afraid of never succeeding. I have something like that. I have a fear of, not attaining my goals, not going to where I want to go, not, having what I envision come into substance, right? Appear as I envision it. And understanding that and kind of being patient and, loving and caring towards yourself is a huge, help in kind of moving forward with it. So that's the whole idea of navigating. You understand it, identify it, move through it, pay attention to every single, behavior that you exhibit when you're under that feeling, that emotion, and see if you could find the root. Once you find the root, you can kind of divert that energy towards something a little bit more effective. So it's actually really interesting that fear, although it's an indicator of danger, it's an indicator of harm, it can also be an indicator of interest. So some people are really afraid of things that they're interested in. In my head, I'm afraid of heights because I don't know what's there. I don't know what's below me. I don't know what will happen if I fall, because I've never fallen. And I'm not saying I'm interested in falling, because I don't want to be anywhere near anything high. I'm saying that I am curious about what that would be like, and it's not because of me, it's because my brain naturally wants to learn. That is how the brain works, right? So, yeah, when I found that out, when I kind of learned that and identified that, I realized that I can move that fear of, heights into something more productive. So for me, it's okay, I'm afraid of heights, I'm afraid of getting hurt, but that just means I'll work hard to move around getting hurt. And that means I can, I go hiking and I do all these sports and stuff because I'm afraid of getting hurt. I'm afraid of having an injury. I know how to work around it. I work hard to work around that and make myself better without getting hurt. And that is really effective for my life. That helps me, build myself. And I think that's really cool. I think it's really cool. And I think a lot of people can learn from that. A lot of people can do the same thing. A lot of people are doing the same thing and not really realizing that they're so powerful in that way. In terms of like my fear of, not succeeding, I use that fear to push me forward healthily. Right? I understand that I'm going to be afraid of that, but the only reason I'm afraid is because I'm not there yet, because I haven't tried enough yet. I haven't made it to the point where I'm doing any of that yet. So puts into perspective how I want to feel and how I want to progress in my life, and that makes me, push towards my goals harder and go farther, go more intensely. And that's what this podcast is all about, right? It's because I think that there's something so good about this, so good here, and I want to make it a reality where other people can do the same thing. Other people can talk about this stuff. Other people can feel better and feel like they're growing and make other people feel good too, because I think that is huge. I think that's massive, and accomplishing that would be a very, very huge success for me, at least. So when you're dealing with fear, I know it can have a really strong hold on you. When you're afraid of things that are like not as easy to conquer, like heights or the fear of failure, take a deep breath, slow things down, focus on what you can do with what you have under your control, and see what you can do to get yourself out of it. And if you can't do it, if you really need help, there's people around you, hopefully, who are willing to help always, whether it's a call service or friends or family. And if you can't count on those people, work on it and trust yourself. Like, work with yourself to get there, and I'm sure somebody will appear out of there. I'm sure about it, because good people, as hard as they are to find these days, as much as they struggle these days, good people always find a way out that works out. And even if that means, going to where they need to go, they'll figure it out. And I want this to be a message to all of you out there who are going through something. You got this. You can handle this, and you're going to kill it. You're going to do great. You just got to believe. You got to take that fear and show it who's boss. And when you do show that fear who's boss, remember that fear is inside of you to see if you are capable, because you are, by the way, capable of going after something greater. It's there to see how far you're willing to push yourself past your limits, because you can do it. I believe you can do it, and I know you can do it because it's been seen. Look at all these people who are doing great things. It's possible, and you got this. Just believe. All right. Hope you guys liked the video, and like the video, like literally. But if you liked the video, hey, it's a plus. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that there was some substance there. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.